After I grabbed some dinner at McDonald's, I drove on over to Freddy's. This time there was a vehicle just leaving. I don't know who it was, and it wasn't the same car my boss had when he drove away last night. I shut it off and got out of my car. I unlocked the door and took a glance at the robots. They seemed to be looking at me, but I was facing head on with them, and they were probably just left in that position. I headed back into the security office and saw that I once again had another message. I pressed play. Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this, you made it to day 2. Congrats. There's nothing I really have to say tonight, then emphasize the use of your door lights. There are in fact blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots happen to be just outside your door. So just remember to check those frequently. Well, that's it. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night. I took what he said into account and checked my door lights. Nothing. I then began to check my cameras. The gang was still on stage and didn't move. I decided I checked that Pirate Cove place and saw that the curtain was open. Far enough that I saw a figure in there. Some sort of dog? I wasn't sure as I switched off the cameras. I had to conserve power. I left them off for a solid minute before I checked them again. Saw the curtain was all the way open in Pirate Cove and that figure was standing just outside of it. I had a better view of it now. It appeared to be a fox. I then quickly checked the main stage. Bonnie was gone, but Chica and Freddy were still there. I checked each camera and saw that Bonnie was once again the main audience area, just like last night. I checked Pirate Cove again and saw that nothing was there. The curtain was wide open and the figure wasn't there. I checked each camera close to Pirate Cove until I got to the West Hall. I saw that fox sprinting down the hallway, my body tense up, and I was filled with pure fear. I smashed the door button quicker and harder than I did last night. I then heard banging at the door, as if somebody wanted to get inside. As if someone wanted to get inside. After that, I heard footsteps moving away from it as if it left. Just to be cautious, I checked the Pirate Cove cam and saw that the current was closed. I thought that meant that it returned. I opened the door back up. I quickly checked the door lights on both sides, and to my surprise, Bonnie was outside my left-hand door. I hit the door button again. I filled with fear and waited for Bonnie to leave. The night went on a very similar way. The fox ran down the hallway again, and Bonnie came close to me a few more times. Fortunately, Chica and Freddy stayed on stage just like last night. Why don't they leave the stage like Bonnie and the fox? I wondered. I left the place when my shift was over and saw Bonnie back up on stage. I didn't even want to look in Pirate's Cove, since I've actually seen the Bond there. I began thinking that it was strange the way the animatronics acted. I headed home and went to sleep. Night 3. This time I went to Freddy's a bit earlier before my shift, and after the other guard left, I didn't really want to wait until the middle of the night to arrive, which somewhat frightened me. I also got there while the owner was still there. I said hi to him, but he just gave me a low, as if he were saying hey or I really don't feel like talking. I sat in the security office playing games on my phone until its battery ran out, which was conveniently at 11:57 p.m. I completely forgot to check the message machine for my nightly message. I don't know how it was possible to tune out that constant beep of the damn thing. Maybe it was because of my headphones that were barely even up. Anyway, I pressed play. Hello? Hello? Wow, you made it to night 3? Great work. Most people don't make it this far. That means they moved on to other things. I'm not implying that they died. Yeah, I didn't mean that. I chuckled a bit when he said that. I don't really want to talk much since Freddy and his pals become more active the further the week goes on. I should have told you that before, but I forgot. Sorry. Make sure you check those cameras. Well, while I talk, just be safe. Begin to check the cameras. Nothing. Everyone was in their proper spots. Also, here's a tip I just came up with. If any of the animatronics see you and you can't close the door in on time, just play dead, like go limp. They'll probably think you're an empty costume. Then again, if you were an empty costume, they might try to put an skeleton into you. I don't know how that would work. Yeah, scratch that, just don't get caught. Alright, well, I'm done here. See you on the flip side. The message ended. I checked the cameras again. They were all out. West Hall, East Hall, Pirate Cove, every single camera was out. I was about to check on one of the cameras outside when I realized that they turned back on. I checked the main stage. Chica was gone. Not Bonnie. Chica. This kind of surprised me. Bonnie was the first one to always leave. Why not now? I began to check around, and that's when I found Chica in the audience area, staring directly at me from behind a table. The way she was facing, I also think she's a she, wasn't towards me, but her face was. This chilled my bones. Why were they staring directly at the cameras? Did they know I'm watching them? No. AI should be able to know that. The cameras went dark again, and I checked the door lights. There was nothing. They came back on. Bonnie was gone. Thankfully, Freddy was still there. Checked Pirate Cove. The curtain was closed. I then found both Bonnie and Chica in the opposite halls. Chica was in the east hall and Bonnie in the west. This filled me to the brim with fear. I was surrounded and there was nothing I could do. I checked the door lights. There was nothing on the left. I checked the right and there was Chica staring at me through the glass window. I was startled first, but then stared at it for a couple of seconds. I saw a twitch and I jumped for the door switch. That twitch was not something an AI could do. Well, they could twitch if they were broken, but not human like Chica did. I checked the lights. Chica was still out there. I checked the right and there was Bonnie. I was more startled by Bonnie because I swear I saw his mouth moving up and down, almost like he was eating. From outside, this caused me to immediately hit the door button. I was surrounded more than I was when they were in the halls. I could do absolutely nothing but pray. I didn't open the door for the rest of the night. It caused me to lose all my power. I had 4-6, but my praying paid off. Nothing came to get me. I didn't leave that security office until the owner showed up because I was scared. He didn't care and told me to leave because my shift was over. I went home and just watched movies. I couldn't find the courage to fall asleep, knowing I'd have nightmares. I stayed awake, straight until my next shift.